it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which frat party should my daughter avoid in the near future? I have a 2-year-old daughter. Which frat party should she not go to?
Shy should avoid Teak because they definitely. Why?
They make you pop that thing crazy or what?
No, because they spike the drink.
No way.
Yeah, so they got kicked off of our campus.
No
for
way.
Doing that. Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Popping pussy.
Yeah, let's just get some definition.
Okay.
We're gonna any terms that you might need to know the actual meaning of. Alex is here to break
be
it
fair,
down.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
Big
So
one.
I acknowledge that.
Look at this.
Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off
Urban
into the
Dictionary
wee hours of the morning.
is
That
made
was what
by
I
a
was
white
doing.
Yeah, this is white people's definition of it. This is what you learn.
Don't go to Urban.
Guys, what do you think popping pussy is?
You see?
Joe and Curtis say it is not that. Okay? They're doing more than security
That
here.
was my bad. That was my
Okay.
bad.
That was your
Yeah,
bad.
that was
Okay.
my
The real Urban
Just
Dictionary.
give me a call every time.
Anytime
Before-
you're worried about anything
gotcha.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. As a white, I thought popping pussy was just dancing. I thought it was like
Yeah,
twerking.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I knew that that's what you meant.
Yes, that's what I
right?
meant.
But like once the internet makes you a whore,
Yeah.
they're looking at Joe, we're talking. Joe,
my friend's wife.
That's my wife, yo. For now. That's my wife for the time being.
It's my
What's going on?
We have a calcium market, by the way. We have a calcium market. There's a calcium market that's been made. Will Akash and Jasleen divorce before 2027? I just want to point that out. Okay.
2027?
Yeah, you guys gotta
We have like a long way.
Yeah, we got a big one.
Yeah.
We're trying to rebrand you right now, Jasleen.
Okay, can we get some?
I gotta wait that long.
Can we get some other definitions out of the way?
Yeah, let's get some
Okay.
other
Yeah,
definitions. Yeah.
Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
Is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Roster.
Yeah, what does a roster
that?
mean to
Okay,
you?
What does this mean?
You guys
Yeah.
have to understand. Have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, you know. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
His
was,
Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't
yeah.
actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean hooking
fucking.
up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally.
Now, I will be honest, as much as I was heartbroken by what was going on with you guys and definitely with, Akash, my brother, there was a little part of me that was like, it would be hilarious to come in here and find out you had a huge roster and was lying about being a virgin this whole time.
It'd be funny for you.
It would have been heartbreaking for you.
Yeah.
You know, you
But
waited
as-
your whole life to share your virginity with a girl and she threw it to some frat house 20 years
A
ago.
white dude.
A white guy! A fucking white guy!
Never.
Got that shit. Don't slap 5 there. That's bad.
Me when I lie. Yeah, that's me when I lie. Every single thing that's good for nothing, gold digging, disrespectful, BITCH said was a lie. Yes, I messed up my words. I don't care. I'm going to keep on going. Like, comment, sub as y'all walk into the building, man. Appreciate y'all. I don't like this. I don't like the lies, man. And if you're underneath a rock, I'm going to help you get to the rock of understanding. If you haven't been on the internet or YouTube for the past, it's going on 3 weeks, I will break down what you just saw. What you just saw is a guy called Accusations Singh, the Indian fella, on the, I think the right-hand side of the couch, with his wife on the right hand, on the couch, solo couch, right? And on the left-hand side of the couch is a bunch of his homies, co-hosts for the Flagrant podcast, right? Why is this happening? Why is his wife on his podcast show? It's because his wife has gone viral for the past 2 weeks because of her social media and podcast antics. Keep in mind, the wife has her own podcast. It's called the Main Character Pod, where she does nothing but talk about the most vapid, stupid things you can imagine. And it's not actually particularly funny or entertaining. It's just really, really embarrassing. Okay? But also, this wife, Jasleen Singh, has a TikTok. Yes, a TikTok where she doubles down on embarrassing her husband. Yes, absolutely. Why does this matter? Why do we care? We care because Akash Singh, right, has bragged many times about his relationship. Many times. Has bragged about only being with one woman his entire life, that's his wife. Has bragged about his woman being very loyal, right? And has actively, you know what I mean, disrespected and shitted on multiple men, calling them simps, calling them weak, calling them this, that, and the third, when he himself has been weak, a simp, and a cuck, and potentially a victim of a gold-digging woman, right? Meaning his biggest op is the woman that he decided to marry. Okay. Now, with that added context, what is the popping pussy conversation about? Well, the wife, Jasleen, went viral, right, for saying that she was popping her pussy to white frat boys when she was younger. Now, that would not be a problem if she didn't claim to be a virgin when she met Akash. So, she's a liar, right? Now, she comes on the show to clear the air because she was getting cooked, deep fried by the entire internet, and she continues to lie. Now, let me tell you the context of this next clip that I'm going to put on. There was a chance. Akash Singh was doing a few shows, right? And in the past few weeks, or a week ago, he said a story about how Jasleen had been with him when he was at his brokest, or when he was not as rich as he is now. Because let's keep it real, Akash Singh is rich. I'm not playing. Flagrant 2 makes a lot of money. They have a Patreon that's popular. He gets more money now as a comedian than ever before. He has bread, right? That's why a lot of people claim that Jasleen's a gold digger, and I basically agree with it, because she claims in multiple TikToks that his money is her money and her money is her money. This is the problem with these next generation 2025 feminists, bro. Right? They want the traditionalism of the old generations, but the new age boss babe, independent woman mentality. It is stupid. It's reductive, and it's actually going to do the opposite. It's actually going to bring patriarchy back at a higher level. Now, I don't like the incel red pill talking points that have been going on this conversation, but listen to this. Listen to Jasleen try to cover the story of how she was with broke Akash. Let's go.
Do you consider yourself a good gold digger?
Yeah. Because I invested low and waited for it to go high.
You're a gold prospect.
Yeah, that's not a gold digger.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like a what is that? You're like a hedge fund manager.
Yeah, you're like Akash with Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like,
She bought much lower than I did. she bought at the bottom, dude. She could not have bought
That is
lower.
something that
but
is.
to be fair, it's like I was working too in the
I wasn't.
beginning,
One
and
of
you
us was
weren't.
working.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
When we met, I worked at Goldman Sachs. I got a job at Deloitte after I graduated college.
Yeah.
I was a
I was
consultant.
sleeping in till
I
12
worked in
12 p.m.
data analytics.
Yeah.
You're a gold digger.
I was
Look at that gold digger right
I know, it
here.
backfired on me.
You got this girl sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, I know. This whole thing
I
backfired.
was paying rent.
I used to really believe that you guys were poor with his sob stories, so we could get Patreon going. I didn't know you were working at a fucking hedge fund this whole time. He was spending your money.
Well, I wasn't making that much. I was making like 70 grand a year in New York City on 2 people.
But that's good though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
when did you guys get really broke, and why did you stay with him?
2018. Okay, do you want the real answer or the fun answer?
I want to know the real answer, And like, I want to know that because I heard this beautiful story that Akash told about you guys
Yeah.
sleeping on the floor and then
Yeah.
like him wanting to give you his North Face or something. And then you gave it back because you're like, it's not Mew Mew. I'm not sleeping in North Face. You saved your money and gave me Mew Mew. And now I'll sleep on the floor with Mew Mew.
It's in 2009. I'm trusting on North Face.
No, but you guys were sleeping on the floor because you were evicted from your apartment. You were moving to New Jersey, right?
Yeah,
This is real.
basically.
And you still wanted to stay with him.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
Yeah.
I never actually asked why.
No, you know why, bro. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
You got that muffin top.
Yeah, you got that loud. Yeah.
okay, the real answer.
What is loud? What is
His,
what was that?
his dick smells.
Oh, that dick. Yeah, because once you, yo, Kurt, guys, you guys are professional security.
what
man.
if a
You
fight
guys-
breaks out?
Come on, you didn't make
Jeez.
sure. Okay, no, but for real, you got a stink dick husband sleeping on the floor. like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, you're supposed to be a gold digging whore according to the internet.
That's what I'm saying. There was like so many red flags early on.
But
And-
why'd you stay? That's
Okay, I
stayed.
stayed because I felt like as soon as I met you, it was love at first sight. I loved you. Like, I don't know. I just
It's gonna
felt
make me
like, and maybe like you feel like that when you guys met your wives or your fiance. It's like, you just like know when you have that special connection. It's like, okay, like God picked this person out for me. And like everything he did from top to bottom, like his character, his integrity, his personality, like I just like loved everything about it. So I was like, okay, like I don't want to just leave because we're going through a hard time, because I really believed in like his potential, like just like you did.
For sure.
You know, because you were more successful than Akash like in the very beginning and stuff. And now
Well,
you guys
still.
have, yeah, whatever.
I
And you guys have
also
come up
believe that
together.
he was incredibly brilliant and
Yeah.
talented, but also just an amazing soul and an incredible person.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But I also knew that about him, that he had like ambition and this work ethic. So I was like, okay, like,
Yeah.
so we're going to go through this bumpy time. But I was like praying harder than I ever prayed, just that we would get out of it and like something would resolve. And I was just hoping that,
And it worked. Those prayers worked.
yeah, it
And you
did,
haven't
knock on
prayed
wood, yeah.
prayed for his balls to change. No.
I never prayed for that. I was
Which
just,
shows me that you might like it. It's like Vegemite for Australia.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Women are bigger on pheromones. That's
Yeah,
true. You
there
like
is
the
there is a
pheromones.
way that just kept you
Yeah,
in it. You
something
just
primal.
couldn't believe
maybe,
that.
yeah, it's possible.
Carnal smell.
And she's lying again. She's lying again because ultimately she saw him as a lick. Right? So I'm not saying, I'm telling you right now, this is a completely transactional relationship, man. I don't believe there's any love here. It's pure disrespect. It's probably even some kind of resentment. I think she resents the fact that he has become very popular and very wealthy. I think she has some kind of hate towards him. Yes, it's resentment and it's hate. And I'm saying it right now, Akash needs to leave this woman immediately. There's levels of disrespect that your woman cannot give you, bro. There has to be a line. There has to be some kind of order where you say, man, I'm not going. I'm not going, bro. And this is something, a lesson for all men. You have to have a standard, bro. You have to say, hey, I'm not going to get disrespected like that. And you only have to say it once. Maybe twice if you really love this woman. But if somebody really loves you, they will not cross certain MFN lines, bro. But he won't. He won't. He won't. And I hate to say it, but it's going to end very badly. You know what I mean? Or maybe they might be perfect together for the rest of his life. I think it's going to be bad. Hey, man. But anyways, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Do y'all believe this crock of BS that she just cooked up? Just look at Akash's face, bro. Just look at Akash's face throughout the entire event. The entire podcast. Even he doesn't believe her BS. Hey, it's a crazy world we live in. Big JTV. Like, comment, sub. I'm out, y'all.